Looking for a family weekend getaway in North Texas? Come along as our family explores Cleburne, Weatherford, and Lake Mineral Wells. We've included history, thrifting, vintage cars, peaceful gardens, scenic trails, and relaxing time at the lake. If you're wondering what to do this weekend, come see what we found. Our first stop was the Chisholm Trail Outdoor Museum in Cleburne. This museum sits on the actual route of the historic Chisholm Trail, part of the iconic cattle drive blazed by Jesse Chisholm, a fluent interpreter with Native American tribes. Learn about the tough cowboys who drove what eventually amounted to 5 million cattle up from Texas to Kansas. It's a unique place that recreates the frontier life of the mid to late 1800s and was home to 29 pioneer families. The site here marks Johnson County's first county seat, with the oldest log courthouse building still standing in Texas today. Watch live blacksmiths and leather workers, and climb into a stagecoach that was used on a John Wayne movie set. It's a peaceful place to have a picnic. The cost was $10 for adults, $6 for kids, and toddlers 2 and under are free. Check their website events page for blacksmith classes, Cowboy Living History Day, and Civil War reenactments. Be sure to check out the general store. The staff were so friendly, and the homemade cookies were so good. Next, we drove to the boardwalk at Lake Weatherford. The boardwalk is a little under a mile long and is the country's longest floating boardwalk. This was really cool to feel like we were in the wetlands. The trail has 2 entrances, one on East Lake Drive and one on West Lake Drive. And the kids had so much fun catching crawdads. The kids were so busy with them, I felt like they were at a hands-on science field trip. That afternoon, we made our way around the beautiful Lake Weatherford to our hotel, the Spring Hill Suites in Willow Place. The hotel had a great pool, and after a nice breakfast, we packed up and headed to downtown Weatherford. We stopped in the Vintage Car Museum. This museum is free and features dozens of beautifully restored classics from the early 1900s to the muscle cars of the 60s and 70s, all owned by one passionate local collector, and it shows. This museum was so clean and the bathrooms were very nice. If you plan it right, you can join them on third Saturdays from 8 to 10 a.m. for donuts and coffee. Our vintage car-loving crew loved this stop. That weekend happened to be Weatherford's monthly flea market, so we browsed the variety of new and used items. There were clothes, home decor, fresh produce, farm animals, and so much more. It's always so fun to get up close with fun-loving animals. Tucked away just a few blocks from downtown Weatherford, this hidden gem provided more than we expected. It's an oasis in the city. There's ponds, koi fish, fountains, and stepping stones. The pathways meander through lush greenery, shaded groves, quiet courtyards, and a surprise around every corner. The gardens were originally designed by artist Douglas Chandor in the 1930s. To summarize the gardens in one word, I would call it enchanting. If you're looking for a quiet escape or just a peaceful afternoon stroll, come see the quiet beauty of Chandor Gardens.
Look at all these little tadpoles. Mom, come here.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of little tadpoles.
Make him wiggle again.
Oh, no, put him back in the water. How did you catch that?
We also explored the nature trail, which winds through a surprising mix of wooded paths and open prairie. Be cautious of the poison ivy and the poison oak. We set off from Weatherford to our final stop, Lake Mineral Wells State Park. About an hour west of Fort Worth, Lake Mineral Wells State Park spreads across 3,200 acres of rugged beauty. To get to the camping grounds, you'll need to drive over the spillway. We set up camp and we had a new tent that goes in the back of the truck. If you purchase a Weaver truck tent, we recommend bringing along some bungee straps to adapt the tent to fitting. I started dinner while the rest of the family explored behind our tent site. They were so surprised and had lots of fun when they found giant boulders that they could climb on.
There's a car.
We had an armadillo sighting, which is always fun. And I was hoping to catch the Aquariid meteor shower that night, but instead we caught rain. Twice around midnight, we had to shoo away a raccoon, and about 2 a.m., I climbed out of the tent and threw a towel over our top window since it was raining. But we were still happy campers and cooked up a good breakfast and packed up all our gear the next morning. If you're camping with kids or you just like exploring, we highly recommend sites 69, 70, and 71. We drove to the park store for coffee, and the kids were wanting to kayak, but the nice woman in the store warned us that a storm was coming in, and if we wanted to see the best trail, we had better hurry before they shut it down because of the rain. So we drove up to the trailhead for the Penitentiary Hollow Trail. The cliffside views were amazing, but the rock was getting slippery and there are extreme drop-offs. Those dark clouds were chasing us, but we didn't care. We had made some great memories adventuring through Cleburne, Weatherford, and Lake Mineral Wells. So those were the fun and simple things we found to do for our weekend family getaway. We barely scratched the surface. So if you've got favorite spots, drop them in the comments below. And hit the subscribe button because we'll have more places for you to explore coming soon.